Do you see here? Hi, guys and gals. Hey, it's May 1st. Yeah, May Day. May Day, May Day. And it's a nice day outside, actually. But I'm vlogging inside right now, taking my coffee. We had family over yesterday. We had, well, first son of DC and the family, also my daughter-in-law, the two kids. We also had the my first son's godparents. So it's a couple that we've known for, oh my goodness, many, many, many years now. They're in their early 80s. And yeah, since the pandemic, we had got to see them once last year, but aside from that, no. So it was good. It was good to be back. Everybody all around the same table, and we went walking a little bit and played in the park with the kids, and it was good. Yeah. May Day over here is, well, for some cantons it's a Sunday, so anyway it's not the case because we celebrate over here when it's a holiday or a special day. It's celebrated on the same day. It's not like in Canada, the States, where you've got the observed day and so on, whatever. But May Day, yeah, it's also usually it's the Labor Day for many people. It's basically a socialist thing in a way. But yeah, so for many, it's a day where there might actually be like parades I should almost say demonstrations by different unions or something. But what is in kind of cuter in a way is on May Day there is usually the children go around from house to house and they sing. They sing a little. It's a bit like I almost say it's the Swiss Halloween or what. No, they don't come disguised. But what I mean by that is they go from house to house. They sing, and you can either give them candy, but you know what they want? Money. Yeah, this is Switzerland. No, there's a good reason behind that. Is at least officially, it always was officially. The idea behind that was always that Mother's Day is coming, so that they could get some money to make to buy a Mother's Day gift or something like that. Now I know in reality, actually, the kids they put it in their pocket. No, I have no real idea what most of them do, but and so they go around singing by groups. It's gonna be kind of interesting to see if people start over because it's being complicated in the last few years. And actually, kids rarely would go around singing alone. They'd go a group of people. In the same way as I said, it's a bit like Halloween. Sadly, it's a bit the same thing as well. People don't dare, or the children or the parents are more concerned sending their children off, here and there, um, not knowing, what's going on. So they much rather they go off, in groups. All yours itch as usual. Yeah, so that's one of the slight differences probably in cultures over here. I was going to say May Day is, yeah, May Day is kind of it's not an official holiday, but it's kind of there, and you know how it is. May is also like, oh well, summer's coming up, summer will soon be there, and so on. So there's a lot of hope involved in May Day. Yeah. Yesterday, when our friends were over, uh, it was interesting, and in a way, I was thinking like how much time has kind of been stolen from us in the last few years. I mean, they're in their early 80s, but I was looking at them and I thought like, wow, they've aged. But there was like all they have a they do have a daughter and an adopted granddaughter, but I won't get into the details of their personal life more than that. But I was looking at that and I was thinking like, okay, I've known these people like before they were retired, where both of them were still active. I can say at least this much, is that the lady, when I was a church warden or elder, it depends on what your denomination, if you have a denomination, is what you would call it. When I was a church elder, I was taking care of the Sunday schools, but teaching also, because over here there's religious teaching also in the schools, but it's done by by the by the communities, by the denominations. It's not the teachers that actually do it, and so it's done usually in off time. So like towards the over the lunch period, for example, stuff like that, and so for the Protestant groups, I at the time was responsible for that. And so she, the lady, was like, we could almost say the forelady of the teachers over in our city here. So we worked together directly at the time. It was interesting. Is that how we actually got to know each other? No, actually, it was different because he'd already been teaching our children, so we knew them that way. Yeah. But it is interesting in a way when you're an immigrant like we were, in a way where you've moved away. When you've moved away and you've got to rebuild your whole network. How certain times people like that, you get very attached, and basically these people are family, and we treat each other as family. And I was thinking about that yesterday a little bit, because I was for my kids, okay, my children have grandparents in Canada, but these two, especially these two, were probably the closest we could say to on-site grandparents. And of course, for the whole family, they're very attached. And you can see, what I'm bringing up is that how if you're able to have a good network of good friends, it's a nice thing. It is. Now, I'm not saying actually that that it works all the time. I've noticed that that we've met a lot of people over the years which we have lost over time for whatever reasons. And yeah, I know that there is this saying that a good friend, well, I won't go into the whole saying because I can't remember it right now, but comparing friends and relatives. But the thing is that there is one thing that is true, is that especially when you live far away like we do, and like so many people do in today's world, is that your friends do tend to be closer. And I don't mean emotionally automatically, but physically. If you need something, I think we've discussed this on either myself or other people in vlogs. If you fall down and need somebody quickly, well, Facebook doesn't help you, does it? Indirectly it might, but not in the immediate. And so that's where that real network does become very important. Oh, I'm not talking about very much in a way. I just came and chat and having my Sunday morning coffee, and I just finished listening to Sing for Joy from St. Olaf College. They're in Minnesota. Every Sunday they make maybe 20-minute, is it that long? Maybe 20 minutes at the most, of related to Christian hymns and time of the year and so on. And I really enjoy it. It's kind of like my quiet time also on Sunday morning. Either it would be before going off to church or doing something. And so yeah, May Day. Hope you enjoy it. I see the time's moving ahead. And enjoy the day and have a happy Sunday. BC signing off. Take care, everybody.